everybody! Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be watching Poultrygeist, the Night of the Chicken Dead. It's a shitty horror movie from 2006. You'll love it if you love movies that are so bad they're good. It's a sloppy storm and I know that you will all enjoy it. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into this fucking movie. The first scene is really something, let me tell you. It really manages to set the tone for the rest of the movie. Let's leave it at that. We start the scene off by looking at two teens humping. You know, that classic horror movie trope that two horny teens get killed by the killer because no doing the devil's tango on my watch. Not in my Christian horror movie.
There will be no sex! There will be no cock and balls!
Okay, so these two talk about college for a little bit. Talk about their worries and the woes. But then they get into it. They get down to business. As these two are doing the devil's tango, corpse hands, not corpse husband, hands of corpses, how do you fucking say it? The hands of the living dead or something reach out from the ground and start grasping them while they're doing it. One of these hands even rips Arby. Oh, I should probably mention, the guy is called Arby and the girl is called Wendy. One of these hands rips Arby's pants off and sticks their finger up it. And he's just like, oh, you're so good at this. It's so fucking dumb, man. It's so stupid. Oh my god. Eventually, we see a crazed man emerging from the bushes, some shrubbery, wielding an axe. Looking real fucking scary. I'm gonna be honest, it looks crazy, it looks creepy. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Well, somehow, the girl, Wendy, notices him instantly. Not the dozen hands grasping at her ass cheeks. No. The guy that's behind her, walking up to them silently. She notices him instantly, but not the hands. No, of course not. So they notice him, and she's like, oh my god, Arby! Look at what's in his hand! And Arby's like, it's just an axe. They do not talk like that at all. Neither of them sound like that. Arby's like this little beta... I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Arby's a little bitch. And Wendy's just, I don't know, just your stereotypical high school girl. And then Wendy's like, no, in his other hand. And then, we look at the killer. Or, well, he hasn't killed anyone yet. We look at the guy with an axe. And it pans down. The camera pans down. And we see him whacking his weed, if you know what I am saying. We see him marinating his meat. Anyway, now, the only good thing I have seen in this movie so far happens. So, you know, the guy the whole time is shucking his corn. I don't even know what I was saying. I took a break to look through my scripts. I can't even remember what I was saying. This movie, it's killing my brain cells. Help me. Anyway, as I was saying, the one good thing in this scene happens. It's really good. A corpse hand shoots out the dirt and goes up this guy's asshole. Like, it really reaches up there, man. It goes so far that it comes out of his mouth, pulls out his innards as it goes back into the dirt. I gotta admit, it was a fucking awesome kill. Like, I'm pretty sure there's practical effects to achieve this, and it looked kind of fucking gross and amazing. This is gonna be a wild movie. I hope you haven't clicked off yet, because there's still a lot more to go. Let's go, guys, let's go! Kill me! We are then treated to a wild title card. I mean, seriously, look at this shit. Alright, we then see Arby, one college semester later, pulling up at some chicken place. We see a bunch of protesters outside of this chicken place because apparently they built this chicken place over an ancient burial ground. They demolished it and built the chicken place. Arby sees these two women making out in protest. But then Arby gets closer and sees, oh no! It's Wendy! Okay, now, everyone watching this video, everyone listening, I don't care. Please brace yourselves. Everyone, please grab your loved ones, because you are not ready for what I am about to describe to you. I wasn't ready. Look at me now. Look what it has done to me. Okay. I've prepared myself. Arby gets really mad about this whole his girlfriend being a lesbian now thing. And some music starts playing. And he breaks out into a musical number. Could you tell I was a GCSE drama student? The song is about how much he hates that Wendy is a lesbian now. It's also about how he wants to get a job at this chicken place so that Wendy will fall in love with him because he's gonna get money. Money, 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 money. Then he'll get revenge on her because you'll go, oh, you want me now? Well, guess what? No. Yeah, so, kind of an incel behavior. I'm not gonna play the whole song. I'm just gonna tell you, like, some of the craziest lines in the song because it's weird, bro. It's weird. But just fair warning. If you haven't figured it out by now, this movie isn't afraid to be a bit politically incorrect. You know, it's quite offensive. I'm just gonna say it straight up. Anyway, there's your warning. I'm gonna tell you some of these crazy fucking lyrics now.
A feminazi with no bra, she will forbid menage a trois with some 2-inch man meat like moi. Don't know rubber cocks can't make true queef. As Jesus said as he died. Yo, please, revenge is a dish best served fried. As the Prophet Muhammad said before he died. Please, this is my shit! Is a dish best served fried.
I looked up Arby's actor, Jason Yachanin. I think I said that right. I looked at his IMDb page. It's safe to say he didn't really have much success in his acting career. I don't know why though, with this masterpiece and him having the lead role, like, I don't understand. Okay, next scene, and oh boy, I warned you. So, Arby goes into this restaurant and begs for a job from this guy called Denny. Then he's like, yeah, sure, and he takes him to the back, into the kitchen, so that he can meet some of the people in the kitchen, the crew that's going to be working with him. He first introduces us into this woman wearing a hijab and, like, clothes covering her entire body. She's very clearly Muslim. Her name's Hummus. Denny pronounces it wrong. He says, like, hummus. And she gets really angry, and she says, I'm so angry, I could explode. God, this is not okay. You can't make jokes like this. Some shit happens, nothing too interesting. To sum it up, we are introduced to the Mexican character Paco, and we also meet the hillbilly called Carl, who all we know about him is that he supports bestiality. Fun! I love this movie. Can you guys tell that I love this movie? We see like a montage of the cooks making the food and serving it. Jared, this one guy, this one customer, he's like, oh crap! And he has to run to the bathroom. As the scene continues, Wendy enters and she starts preaching to everyone about how awful this place is and how chickens are treated horribly. And she does this by showing everyone pictures of chickens in awful places during history. But I don't think I can talk about them on YouTube. Because they were just that bad. All the time she's preaching this, the entire time the scene is happening, you can hear Jared shitting his balls out in the bathroom. Just absolutely erupting with shit in there.
Do you hear this?
I'm shitting.
It's actually funny, like, I won't lie. It's a stupid fart joke, but it's so goddamn funny. You just hear him bursting at the seam. Wendy's girlfriend enters the restaurant to help Wendy out. And Arby is really down bad, so he jumps across the counter and begs on his knees like, Wendy, we shouldn't be making a war, we should be making love. And she's like, you know what? You're right. One very uncomfortable scene later, we see Arby is actually daydreaming and he's humping the cash register. So yeah. What? What the fuck? No, but the best part of the scene, you see him humping the cash register, And then you cut to the reaction of the people in the restaurant. It is so fucking funny. So fucking funny. Look at this. I'm gonna show it. We cut to Jared in the bathroom, shitting his balls off. Shit is erupting out of his asshole. The toilet is being desecrated. He keeps shitting, and as he does, we keep hearing like clucking and flapping coming from the toilet. And then we cut to a POV of something in the toilet, and this thing shoots up into Jared's asshole. And he's like, oh god, it's in my stomach! It's in my stomach! It looks like he's literally just done the Mexican lawnmower. He says there's something in his belly and screams, and then, oh my fucking god, his body decompresses like his asshole is getting vacuum sealed, and then, like a chest burster from Alien, a skinnier version of himself, of Jared, bursts out of his belly and runs out the bathroom going, I'm skinny! Thank you so much! Okay, they did another awful song. To sum up the song, it was basically Wendy and Arby kind of saying how they still love each other or something. I don't really understand because they kept using chicken metaphors, which kind of confused the message. Now a limo pulls up to the restaurant. Who could this be? You could be asking. Well, if it isn't Colonel Oh no. No, wait, sorry, this isn't Colonel Sanders. This is the Wish version of Colonel Sanders. General Leroy. What a stupid fucking name. The protesters run up to General Leroy, and they're like, oh no, how could you be so horrible? How could you destroy this Native American? But General Leroy, a goddamn American, he's dealt with these stupid liberal protesters before, and he knows exactly how to deal with this kind of thing. You see, the trick is, you put on some music. No! We are not doing this shit again! Can someone please tell me why the fuck we are breaking into another song and dance 2 minutes after the last one? So basically, the song is sung by both General Leroy and the protesters. General Sanders is fucking hell. General Leroy is in support of fast food, saying how it creates jobs and whatever. And the protesters are like, oh no, obesity, because it's America and everyone's fat. Okay, so we are back inside the kitchen, and we see Hummus praying and Parker preparing some meat. And then Parker decides to start peeling his banana over the meat. Why? He says something about starting a revolution. And you know what? Yeah, sure, you know what? Go to your local butchers. Go to fast food restaurants, to regular restaurants, and just start pouring hot dog water all over the meats. No! Don't do that. You psychos. I know you were considering it. You make me sick. We cut away for a moment to see Arby looking for something to clean himself up with, when he is attacked by a giant chicken! Actually, it's just a guy in a costume. This guy, by the way, he looks a lot like an older version of Arby. His mum also has a mental disability, like Arby. His dad is blind, like Arby. He had a girlfriend from before college, like Arby. And her name was Wendy, like Arby. So yeah, the movie's clearly trying to tell us that this is Arby from the future. Don't know how, don't know why, but I guess you'll just have to keep watching to find out. Yeah, like and subscribe. Now we're back to Parker doing the garlic sauce on the meat situation. We see the POV of something lurking behind him. What could it be? Well, before we get that answer, we see Parker pushed into the meat grinder. Wood first. He sinks into the jaws of the beast, and nothing is left but his legs and a room soaked with blood. I gotta say it, man. The kills in this movie are pretty entertaining. If you put aside the bigotry, the fucking songs, the nudity, and the shitty jokes, the kills are pretty good. Like, I gotta give him where credit is due. Credit where credit is due. It's pretty entertaining to watch. Now we cut to the old man and Arby, and I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off. There's another fucking song. I just hate these. I'm not even gonna explain to you what it's about. Actually, I am. Basically, Arby is just like, oh, I'm so happy I'm working, and the old man's like, oh, fuck off, don't do this job anymore, you'll be stuck here forever. That's it, there's nothing more important in this song. Now the viewers, my job here is to tell you about the movie. Walk you through each scene and comment on the good stuff and the bad, and what like my thoughts and feelings and everything. But I tell you this with full confidence. Words cannot describe this next scene. I will try my best, but I'll have to use many clips to even remotely attempt to convey the feelings I felt watching this scene. We cut to Hillbilly Carl. He has taken a pleasure out and is going to pleasure himself with it. Yes, you heard that right. This man is using this raw chicken to do the deed, and he's dirty talking to it. We soon hear clucking from the chicken, but Carl does not care. He keeps pursuing his terrible, terrible desires. Carl soon regrets his decision, as you can hear and feel the chicken chomp down on his schliggling. Carl yells in pain, and blood and green goo spills everywhere. We cut quickly to Hummus admiring her work of cleaning up Paco's remains. But then Carl runs in, spraying blood and green goo everywhere, all over the buckets of chicken. Which is important, remember that for later. Hummus attempts to remove the chicken by hitting it with a mop, but it does not work. The chicken is holding on to his thing too tight. Hummus accidentally hits Carl in the face, turning him around and bending him over. Somehow. This exposes Carl's bare ass to Hummus, and she gets an awful idea. A god-awful idea. She rams the mop right into his ass, coming out the other end, where his wiener hole should have been. You can see that Carl has completely lost his member. Can we please have a moment of silence for Carl's lost unit? Oh, and Carl too. He bled out. Yeah, I forgot to. I should probably mention that Carl bled out. Yeah, but you know, get good. Now then, the general is fed up with all these goddamn protesters, these goddamn liberals. So he decides to give out some free chicken. This doesn't go down too well with the goddamn liberal. Can you guys tell that I'm not American? The crowd jeers and boos the general. But then, in a twist of events, Wendy's new girlfriend grabs and eats the chicken! Anyway, so everyone follows Mickey's lead and they all go into the restaurant and get some goddamn chicken, yeah baby! In a shocking twist of events, it turns out that Mickey was actually in on it the whole time. What? It's so fucking dumb. Everyone goes in for that free chicken except Wendy, who's left alone going, what happened? And she's, she's flabbergasted. Anyway, Mickey and the general go into the general's office, and, this next part is kind of weird. How many times have I fucking said that now, bro? This next part is kind of weird, guys. Wendy goes into the office of General Van Cock. I don't remember his name. General Leroy, that's his name. General Leroy. Wendy goes into the office of General Leroy, and General Leroy and Mickey are LARPing. Live action role playing, by the way. That's what LARPing stands for. As a baby and a mum. And it's kind of fucking weird. Denny enters the office and alerts everyone of something happening in the restaurant. They all run out to find everybody vomiting. Remember when Carl Jr. had his, accident? And he sprayed green goo and blood all over the chicken. Yeah. Well, that was the chicken they gave the customers, the protesters outside. And now, because of his infected chicken, everyone is sick. The press are there, and Wendy questions the general in front of the press about the chicken, because general says the chicken is nutritious and healthy, and it actually makes you feel way better. So Wendy goes, okay, eat it then. So with lots of hesitation, the general bites down on his delicious American chicken bunker chicken. And apparently it tastes quite good, but what happens next isn't. He sprints to the bathroom and erupts shit out of his ass. After standing up from the toilet, he sees an egg in the shitty bowl. What in good heavens is this macockany? He probably wonders. Well, before he can answer that, the egg hatches, and we get our first look at the chicken dead. A green, disgusting chicken homunculus emerges from the egg and lunges at the goddamn general's throat. But you know the general isn't being taken down by no chicken. So the general, as he's being bitten on the throat, he grabs the chicken by its head, ripping, with his teeth by the way, with his teeth, ripping its head right off its shoulders. Or whatever chickens have, wings, I guess, ripped it right off its wings. We return to the kitchen and we see Wendy dump Mickey and beg Arby to get back with her. Arby forgives Wendy and they live happily ever after. Aww. But no, there's still something amok. A creature rejected by nature, exiled by the gods, emerges from the storage room. Who could it be or what? Well, it's Carl! He's back from the dead, and he has a mop where a shovelong should be. He slowly approaches them, but gets stuck because of his rock-hard mop. He slowly transforms, growing a beak where his mouth is, and sprouting feathers all over. Now, all the characters shake in fear, because tonight is the night of the chicken dead. We keep cutting away to the general, who's in another room, and he's slowly transforming. At first, we see some huge green boils, and then his tongue falls out of his mouth. We see a egg growing out of his spine on his back. His fingernails are coming clean off, and soon he grows to a massive size. He becomes a massive egg for a massive chicken monster. It bursts out and sneaks up on Denny as he finishes his story. When Denny turns around, the chicken puts his head in its beak and tears it right off. The chicken passes their head to the group, and they just start throwing it around like it's fucking a potato. The gang runs to the other side of a room, while some goofy Scooby-Doo chase music plays, and somehow the monster of a chicken abomination loses them. Don't know how, but it does. And so the gang need to escape, so they start creeping through the restaurant. And as they creep through the restaurant, we can see people being chopped up, served up, torn apart by groups of chicken zombies. It's horrifying. It's disgusting. But oh my god, I mentioned it once and I'm gonna mention it again. The people who are responsible for like the practical effects, the kills, the gore, good job. It's so good. So good, so gory, it's great. A montage of horrific kills occurs, and I can't really show any of it because it's really gruesome. The group are cornered by a large horde of chicken zombies. But then, out of nowhere, bullets rip through the air, mowing down the hungry horde. The gang looks up to see its savior, and it's the old man from earlier that was helping Arby. And now he's for a whole lot of firepower. Yeah! The man dissipates the horde and a few innocent civilians. Collateral damage. The gang gets no time to rest though, because the big chicken abomination from earlier shows up. But the old man's got this, man. He lays bullets into the goddamn chest of the big chicken abomination, and he's about to put it down. But before he can, he gets tapped on the shoulder. He turns around to see the headless Denny, and a chicken head sprouts from where his neck ends. And the Denny chicken hybrid mauls the old man. Arby grabs a gun and delivers this great line.
Hey, Denny,
What?
you just won the contest.
What contest?
The wet t-shirt contest, motherfucker!
What does this even mean? What has that got to do with anything? I don't know. The gang runs to the entrance and sees a massive horde of zombies coming for the store. What are they gonna do? All hope seems lost. But then Wendy gets a bright idea. She flips the open sign to closed. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's Poultrygeist. I don't fucking give a shit anymore. This movie's so fucking dumb, I'll believe anything. Gang realizes the old man is still alive. Arby rushes over to him and tries to give him, like, a peaceful send-off. But then, the old man reveals before he passes that he is Arby from the future! Seriously, my recording, I don't know how it's gonna turn out in post with all the editing, but this feels like a goddamn GCSE drama production right now. Yeah, big shocker, he's Arby from the future. Literally everyone knew that watching this movie. So more stupid bullshit stuff happens. Mother goes to the group, asks them to help find her daughter. She gets fucking demolished by a chicken.
Sounds good.
What did you see?
Mickey tries to escape by wearing a chicken costume and leaving, but she gets caught. Some crazy shit, but honestly, stuff in this movie doesn't feel so crazy anymore. With all this bonkers crap they just fucking piled into this movie. There's too much. It's desensitized me. Desensitized. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore. Desensitized. That's what I'm trying to say. It desensitized me from all this crazy bullshit. Thank you. I finally made my goddamn fucking point. Anyway, we hear a crash in the back door. Wendy runs in and finds Mickey in her chicken costume. She takes the head off, and it turns out she's turned into a chicken zombie. What? What? Who could have seen that coming? What? Such a crazy twist. Arby runs in and tries to help, but the old man, who is also now turned, comes in and pins him down. They're both pinned down by the chicken zombies, but then Hummus comes in. Let's go! Hummus to the rescue. She gets a massive jug of meat steroids and just downs it. Her body starts to like grow in mass, in like muscle mass, and her clothes start to tear, revealing a huge hulking body. The chicken zombies are scared, which gives Arby and Wendy a chance to escape. Hummus flexes her muscles and goes, "By the power of Allah, I have the power!" Well, that's great, but her head inflates and her eyes pop out of her sockets, and she dies, presumably. R.I.P. Hummus. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anyone in this fucking movie has the power of Allah with them. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I have a hunch. The old man, who's also now a zombie, and zombie Mickey chase the characters, and that's when the characters get their revelation about how alcohol kills the zombies. Because basically, Wendy sprays them with a beer from a beer keg, and they just fucking melt into goo. So, great. Now we know how to kill these chicken zombies. Yay! Hopefully the movie's over soon. A surviving chicken zombie from the old man's onslaught earlier gets up and flips the sign to open. Oh no! All the zombies from outside, they're coming into the restaurant now. And then Hummus comes in. What the fuck? I thought we literally just watched her die. She says she's gonna explain it later. But guess what, guys? It's never fucking explained. They never ever tell us how she's back. But I guess it doesn't matter. Please end it already. Anyway, so Hummus leads the two into another room that is filled with chicken eggs. Oh, and in this room, they find a little girl, the one they were looking for earlier, the one whose mother got demolished by a chicken. Her name's Katie, by the way. But they don't get a moment of breathe before the chicken abomination enters the room. And it comes in and it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you now." Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Just before it can jump at them, lunge at them, feast on the bones, it gets stomach rumbles. And fucking explodes! Can you tell that my brain cells are kind of leaving this place right now? Speaking of explosions, Hummus wants to stop the chickens before they destroy America. So she rips off her clothes and is wearing nothing but a bikini and a bomb vest. Okay, movie. You gotta stop, okay? Basically, Hummus is really hot, by the way. I mean, listen to Arby. He cannot stop fucking talking about it. Listen to this guy.
Damn it! Holy mother of God, Hummus, you're so hot! I just want to fuck you! Give me head right now!
Hummus runs into the zombies, and the characters run out of a goddamn store, and she blows the place to high heaven. There's still 2 minutes left, but I'm sure nothing bad will happen. So they all drive off into the sunset. Arby declares he'll never work a dead-end job ever again. Wendy's like, yeah, I don't know. It's all dumb bullshit, yada yada yada. Arby gives Katie a beer to calm down, as you do with distressed children. But then she says she doesn't feel so good. We hear some clucking. What? No. No. There's some clucking sounds and then she pulls the fucking egg out. Wendy starts, she loses control. She panics and she loses control of the car. She swerves and hits another car. When she hits the car, it flips multiple times. And then it fucking explodes. It fucking explodes. They're all fucking dead. That's how the shit ends. They all just fucking die. They're gone. They're dead. The fucking end. So that was Poultrygeist. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, so you probably don't need me to explain to you why this movie is bad, but that's kind of my job, so I'm gonna do it anyways. So, the thing that annoyed me the most was the fucking sound effects. Anytime a character was shocked or confused, they would do the stupidest goddamn cartoons, copyright-free sound effects that they're so fucking dumb. They're like, huh? Brr.
Go and get your skirt.
Stuff like that. It sounds really stupid. And another thing is the music choices. They were weird. Anytime the characters were in danger, some stupid Scooby-Doo chase music would start playing, which is just like, it's so ridiculous. The first chicken monster showed up an hour and 20 minutes in. The movie as a whole is an hour 45, so really, it could have been a lot better. If they just had, look, the story of the Native American spirit, it's not that interesting, but it just didn't have to be. If they just had more chicken zombies killing and attacking more people, it would have been more interesting, okay? It would have been a more fun, enjoyable, turn your brain off movie. But no, they couldn't do that. They had to make it a miserable experience. And finally, a lot of jokes weren't funny. Not to mention that a lot of them were just offensive. The one thing I do have to give credit for, because it was actually really good, was the kills. The gore, the epic murder, stab, eat. Very cool. Good job to whoever was responsible for that. But the rest of the movie, fuck you. Well, that was Poultrygeist. I wouldn't recommend watching this movie personally, but if you wanna, ruin someone's afternoon, then this is a great pick. I really hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you wanna see more videos like this, then please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. I really enjoyed making this video, so I hope you guys want another one. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Also, if there's any movies you know that are so bad they're good, let me know down in the comments. Who knows, maybe I'll watch them for the next video. And if I do, I'll give you guys a shout out for the epic idea. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and that's all from me. See you guys later. Bye.